Hey everybody, welcome back to Mel's Board Game Room. We are live on location at Falcon 37, and we're going to be doing a live play of the game Comic Hunter, which is not yet available in Canada, but it was available in the United States, and Travis made sure he got a copy, so
Thanks,
we're going
Harris.
to play it now. Let me get it set up here so we can all see it. So we've got the game set up here, the cards above, because we're going to need a lot of space. If it might spread over, but we can kind of bring stuff up if we need to. Travis, how do we play this?
Perfect. This is Comic Hunters. We are collecting comic books. Okay. Like most of us did as kids and loved it ever so much. So what's going to happen is it's a drafting style game. So there's 4 different types of drafts in the game. I'll explain the first couple, and then I'll explain the others as we go along. So the very first draft that we're going to do is just a standard conventional draft. Okay. So we're going to deal out 4 cards to everybody, and then we'll just do the conventional draft where you take a card, pass to the left, take a card, pass to the left, until you have 3 cards, and then the 4th card will just be discarded to this pile here, which is a 4th pile of cards, which is just going to be our convention deck, and it'll be used later.
Okay.
So that's our first draft style that we'll do. The second one will be a flea market, and the way the flea market's going to work is there's going to be 4 cards in a row, and then on your turn you're going to have the choice to either take an entire row or take a card from the draw pile and add it. Okay. So there will be 4 cards at most in each pile. So you might want to grab something early because it's what you really want, but you might want to just wait and see if you can get 4 cards out of a pile.
Right.
Okay, sure.
So with the cards, there's a bunch of different icons on them. So you'll have different superhero icons at the top. So Spider-Man, Black Widow,
Or do you want to pass me on it?
Thor. Yeah.
Hold it up. So we got over here, that's the superhero icon in this corner here.
Okay, and some of them will be double icons. So this one is good as either Iron Man or Black Widow, but not both.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now what you're trying to do is you're trying to build sets. So what a set would be is it's 2 or more of any one hero.
Okay.
Okay, so this would be 2 sets, and we couldn't technically have these other ones on the table because I don't have a match for it. You have to have at least 2 of a card for it to be on the table.
Okay.
So anywhere from 2 to 12 is kind of what the numbers run. So there's a few different ways to score. So the first way to score is going to be based on the hero tracker here. So in our game, Iron Man is the most popular comic book in the world right now.
Okay.
Because Robert Downey Jr. is coming back. Or whatever. So the way it's going to work is at the very end of the game, if you have between 3 and 4 of the Iron Man cards, it'll be worth 6 points. If you have 5 to 7, it'll be worth 12.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so on and so forth. 12 plus 48 points.
Okay, wow, nice. I'll just do that.
Yeah, so you'll score each of the sets that you have. So these guys, or Iron Man scores the most, Spider-Man and Black Widow score the second most. Now they're individual, not together. So it'd be
Right.
Spider-Man comics would score and Black Widow comics would score. And then the same for Thor, Captain America, and Black Panther.
Okay, sure.
Now, we have 2 other heroes over here on the side. We have Hulk and Doctor Strange. So in this game, they're not really worth a lot, but they can score, but they will not score according to this hero track.
Okay.
The way that they can score is based off of your varied collections. So the way varied collections work is it's for every at least 2 of a hero that you have. So whether you have 2 or 4 or 10, it doesn't matter. But this would be one collection, this is one collection, this is one collection. So right now, because I have 3 different collections,
Oh, I get it. Okay.
I'm scoring 5 points.
Sure.
Okay.
If I had an extra Black Panther card out there, I cannot do this.
Right.
I can't have 2 different
Oh, okay.
Black Panther collections. It's only one Black
Sure.
Panther collection.
Okay. So
Okay.
to get up to 8, you need to use.
You'd need all the heroes and you'd need to use
Oh,
these
okay.
guys. And these will not be as popular to everybody else, so it might be easier to steal a couple of them later on. We'll get to this track in a second. So this is your highlights. So if you look at the cards, just above the little number value, each of them will have 1 or 2 icons. And what we're doing is we are trying to get the most of that icon. Because at the end of the game, whoever has the most of the number ones is going to score 15 points.
Okay.
Second most will score 12 points, 8 points, and then 3 points. And then separately, whoever has the first editions, those ones will do the same thing, score 15, 12, 8, and 3. And same with the verses.
Okay.
So some of the cards will have multiples on them. So it's not being used in this, but this is a rare comic. It's not being used right now. So, but if this had been a first or a number one and a versus, it would score both of them.
Oh, okay,
Right.
so you can use it for both.
Yeah. So you want to get as many. You don't want to be at the back of that.
Okay,
You
and these are the
definitely-
only 3 symbols we're interested in.
Those are the only 3 symbols we're interested in this game. The other 2 symbols, this one and this one, are just additional tokens that you can swap in and
Okay.
out for other games just to make it more interesting.
Sure.
The last thing that you're going to be able to score points is with these tickets. We all start with 15 tickets for the auction.
Okay,
We're
right.
going to have 2 different auctions throughout the game, so you don't want to spend all your tickets in the first auction because you won't get more.
Okay.
And any tickets you have left over will be worth points at the end of the game.
Okay.
And I'll go over all that again as we're going
Yeah,
through each
sure.
of the individual
Sure.
drafts.
I was gonna say, like, first of all, the artwork on these cards are like incredible, and then they're actual comic book
Yeah.
art, aren't they? We didn't think they'd be able to bring that to North America.
I'm super excited that they did though.
That's just amazing. That's
Okay,
great.
so and then just so everybody knows, this is a convention deck. This will be one of the types of drafts that we'll do. And the way cards get added to this is anytime we discard a card for any reason, it goes into this deck.
Okay.
So just because you get rid of a card doesn't mean it won't come back. Okay, so I'll go over the first 2 drafts and then we'll go over how you purchase cards, which will be a little bit later. So the very first draft we're going to do is called the store. So because I'm the start player, I'm going to deal to my left and we get 4 cards each.
Okay.
And we're just going to do a conventional draft. So you're going to choose a card, keeping in mind that Iron Man, Black Widow, and Spider-Man are valuable comics in this game.
Okay.
And
Right.
Hulk and Doctor Strange are not
Not so
super
much.
valuable.
All right. Nice. Thank you kindly. Oh man. Sure.
So you're going to choose this one last card, and then the other card will be discarded.
Right. And that goes into that
Yeah,
fourth
so
deck,
these
right?
4 are just going to go into this pile here.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And I'll take the discard.
Perfect.
Perfect. So now, take a glance at your cards just so you remember what you're kind of working towards, because these are now going to be set aside. You don't have these comics yet, but you have the option
Can
to
we
purchase
refer
them later.
back to them?
You can pick them up and look
Okay.
at them at any time.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the second type of draft,
Okay.
and this is the flea market. So in the flea market, we're going to have 4 rows of cards.
Oh, right, right. You were mentioning that.
Yeah, so these are the 4 rows of cards that we're playing with. And starting with the first player, you have an option to either take an entire row, not a column, but a row,
Okay.
or you can flip the top card and choose a row to put it in.
Okay.
And then your turn's done.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is, because
If you take a row, are you out?
once you take a row, you are out. You
Okay.
will
Oh.
get-
So you can flip as
everybody-
many as you want, but once you take one, you're
Yeah,
done.
yeah. Everybody will get 1 row.
So in a 4-player, that's why we have the 4 cards.
That's why we have
Okay.
4 rows, yeah. So I'm going to take a card, and it's a Hulk card.
Nice.
So Hulk cards aren't worth very much, so I'm going to actually stick it with an Iron Man card, which
Right.
is the best one,
Even it out.
to make it a little less valuable.
Okay.
And now it's Mel's turn.
Okay. And I have the Black Panther, which is the bottom of the pack a little bit as well. And I will put it along with.
And you can choose any of the 4 rows
Yeah.
to put
See,
it
if I put it there, I'm putting 2 symbols similar, so I'm going to spread it a little.
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. So I got another Iron Man.
So you could put it in the bottom row.
I
but you're
could, but
giving
then I'm
everybody
not
a
going to
chance.
get it, am I? So let's put
Now,
it here,
when
following
do
your
we pick
logic.
like we would pick
You could
before
choose instead of
drawing.
drawing.
Right.
So at this
Yeah.
point, you could choose a row if you want, but probably not worth it quite yet.
And we can get 4 cards maximum in the row.
Maximum.
Okay.
Alright, Black Widow. Here, make a set there.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Very
2
tempting.
diamonds.
So
2
I'm
black
actually going to
widow.
take that tempting deal, I
You
think.
going for it, eh?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Somebody should do something bad in the game.
What
So
do I
I'm going to
have
make the
here?
first poor decision.
Okay.
So now it's
Sounds
Mel's
good.
turn.
I'm gonna add a card. Captain America, and I'm gonna add him over. I'll add him over here.
Okay. Sure. Keep going. Thor. Let's put him up here.
Nice.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man
good.
does whatever a Spider can. Can we even it out, hey? Even it out. What
It's a
do we
good-looking
have
row.
going in here? Sheesh, what do I have over here? I'll take this.
So now, just so everybody's aware, if Chris were to take this row, Joe could either take the row or draw another card to
You
add
would
it
add
to,
a card because nobody's gonna
and then
stop
take
him.
the
There's no
draw.
reason not to,
Yeah.
eh?
So you would get a
Exactly.
bonus card.
All right. Well, in which case, I'm going to do the same. Let's just keep going. Let's put Hulk on this row.
So now you can either take the row with 4, or you can place a card there, and Chris would get to choose.
Yeah. Let's do that. There.
What we got? Captain America. Well, I'm going to take this one, given it's got the Iron Man. in it.
Yeah.
Let's go for that. So this add to my pile.
Yeah, it adds to your pile.
Okay. Awesome.
And then you're going to take that.
Wonderful.
Perfect. So now just to go over really quickly, I'll kind of expose my hand a little bit. So we're going to have
Just
one...
a little bit.
A little bit. We're going to have one more draft style. It's going to be called the convention. And after the convention, we can assemble a collection.
Okay.
And the way you assemble a collection is by paying for some of the cards that you have in your hand.
Oh, sure.
So the
Okay.
way that you're going to pay for cards is if I wanted to play this Black Widow and this one into my tableau, into my collection, I would have to discard 3 value
Oh, that's
of
too
other
bad.
cards to be able to keep them.
And that's also their value.
That's also their value. So it's the cost
Right.
and the value. So you
I
have
don't
to
like
be
that.
aware
Right.
Okay.
that that's something you're going to have to do. You're only going to get about half the cards that you want.
Okay.
And then at the end of assembling the collection, you can keep 2 cards just off to the side that you have done nothing with.
Okay.
Just to have some carryover in case you can't pay for something that you really, really like.
Okay. And then we
Okay.
repeat this process like 3 times?
We'll do this 3 times. The drafts will change a little bit.
Sure.
But so the way that the convention works is that's maybe even. Well, I guess it won't really matter.
Do we want these 2 still there?
What do they go
From the
into?
last,
Let's turn them sideways from here. These are
from
from
the
what?
last one.
They're
Oh,
from that
those are
last
just the
draft.
leftovers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can sneak it in like this.
Okay.
So we're building a 5x5 grid with 1 space missing in the middle.
Okay.
So now, when we were kids, we all played those little plastic puzzles that had the piece
yeah,
missing.
yeah. Is that what you're gonna do with
And
this?
you had to slide
Oh
it
my God,
around
that's
to
cool.
kind
Oh, okay.
of make the picture. So we're doing something similar to that with this.
Okay.
So what you'll do is you're allowed, you don't have to, but you may move 1 card as far as you want within the grid. So it can go up, down, left, right, but it can't exit the outside of the grid.
Okay.
So it doesn't move like in the hole.
It can't. Can it go through other cards, or does
No,
that-
you cannot go through other
Sure.
You
cards.
just move it to the hole.
Yeah, you can move it within the hole. So
Okay.
in this situation, I could move one of these over here
Yeah.
and then do something. But I couldn't like switch cards
No,
or
no,
anything like
right.
that. Or if this card was missing, I couldn't slide this one
Oh, because
over
as
to
we
here.
start taking cards, there's going to
gonna be
be
more
bigger
holes.
gaps
Yeah.
to move in.
So
Okay.
you can slide it
Right.
all over like a crazy puzzle
Yeah.
to get it to work.
Now, how do we draw from here?
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you can make your move, and then you can choose all of one hero name from either the row or the column. Doesn't matter where you move the guy, but so I could move this and then choose somewhere else if I wanted to.
Okay.
But what I'll do is I'm gonna move this Thor card down because now there are 3 Thor cards lined
for
up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a 3 value in there, a 2
Oh.
value, and a 1 value, so it's a fairly valuable row. So I'm going to take those Thors.
Okay.
I don't get to take these guys because they're not Thor cards.
Get it. I get
Okay.
it.
And they don't have to be touching. If this Thor had been here, I still could have taken all the Thors
Right.
from that row.
So now I can move as far, so I could move this one all the way up here if I
Yep.
wanted
You
to.
could move this Black Panther up
Oh,
there
all
if you
the way
wanted
as
to.
well.
Yeah.
Sure, you know what? I'll move this one over here, and I'll take these 2.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I like this mechanism.
It's neat.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's.
It was a baller move to stick 3 Doctor Stranges in a row.
I was just thinking that. Yeah. Maybe that's the way we go.
But they're not. They're only money.
Yeah, but they're too money. I mean,
Yeah. Doesn't
They are
hurt.
6 cash altogether.
let's do that.
So you don't have to move anything.
Yeah,
you
I was
want.
just thinking that. Do I need to? I guess I can. Just move that down. And I'll take these.
So you can take over a gap. That's not okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
everything in the row or the column of
Okay.
that matching hero.
Right. Perfect.
I will. I could just take cards too. if you
Yeah.
don't-
Yeah, I think so.
You don't have to move anything
Yeah.
if you don't want. But if you can set yourself up to have a bit of a better deal,
Take
so
this.
you'll just take the Spider-Man. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's not what I wanted you to do necessarily. Oh, actually, that'll work out okay. So I'm going to move the Black Widow up
Yeah,
one.
you will.
I'm going to take
Oh, I
those 2.
don't like
But
that.
they're expensive, but I'm going to take them.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna move
So, and we're each going to do this,
this
twice.
here,
Okay.
and I will take these.
Sure.
So Mel and I are done with this for now. So
Okay.
it's just Chris and Joe, and then this round out.
Okay. I feel like I should be able to do something.
Very cool. I am liking
See some
this.
Black Panther.
Yeah,
action
I was
can
thinking Black
happen.
Panther, but let's just do that. So if I come down here and take the Black Panther.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just take looks.
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go. Perfect. So now these ones are being discarded back
Okay.
into the convention deck because they'll be at the next convention that we attend.
Okay.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to assemble our collection. So I'll do mine in the middle of the table so it's a little bit more seeable for everybody. So I would like to do Iron Man's first off if I can,
If you
but I
can.
don't have any.
Oh.
But I do have 5 Black Widows.
Nice.
So if I could, I would love to get all 5 of these Black Widows. But it's going to cost me 6, 8, 9, 11 to do it. And unfortunately, I only have, what is that, 8?
Not 11 now.
So I can't do it. But what I could do is I could take one of these out and save it for next time. So it goes back into my
Oh, okay.
stack, and I can build these 4. And spending these, they go back into into the convention pool. And then these are now in front of me as my tableau.
Okay. So I have these that I would like to build, ideally. And I have these that I could spend. And then, do we all show this to each other?
Yeah, so all
Normally,
of this
okay.
will be public information.
Perfect.
Well, your collection will. Anything you save doesn't need to be public information.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4,
But
5,
we know
6,
what everybody's collecting.
7, 8, and then this one, and then I'll save this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
it's-
and then this is what I
and
spent.
that goes into the collection.
And this is my collection.
Yeah. So you might want to stack them up so they take up a little bit less space because you will have a lot.
Yeah.
As long
that
as the
makes
whole
sense.
left side of the card is exposed, you're
Yeah, yeah.
And a neat,
Does the color? Oh, that's just the level. that
that's
it's
just the
from.
values.
Yeah, yeah.
So now a neat thing that Mel did here, while you guys are doing your thing, is if Mel were to play a Thor card, she could move this one,
Yeah, it's a
so it
double.
could become part of the Thor
Oh,
collection, and it would no longer be part of the Iron Man.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay, just...
But I see we need to stop Mel from collecting Iron Mans,
Yeah, you've got rather too many there, right?
so I'm not giving you any more.
I'm okay with it. It's okay.
So, I am going to try and buy as many of these as I can. So that's 2, 5, 8. How much have I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So that's 8. Can you buy singles? Do you have to buy
you
sets?
cannot put a single
Yeah,
out.
that's what I
Right.
thought. Okay.
You can buy a single if it's being added to another stack.
Sure.
but
Okay.
not-
So I've got 8 presently, and you can only keep 2 of
You
these,
can
yeah?
keep 2.
Okay. So what happens if you got any left over? So say if I want to buy these 8,
Yeah,
sorry, 8 value.
yeah.
I've got 8 I can discard.
yeah.
I've got 2 I want to keep. And I've
Then
got
that
1 left
one's
over.
just
goes.
discarded.
Okay, that's fine. That works for me. Yeah, so they're all.
I'm liking it already. I gotta say.
sure.
I love
I want it.
It will come to Canada eventually.
Yes.
And those, and also.
Can I have you turn the light on? At the bottom. The bottom. Yeah.
Those 3 sets, 3, 6, 8. Keep that. We got 8 to pay.
Nice. Perfect. And I'll just throw those into the
Throw
convention
those.
deck, which is right there.
All right.
Okay, so we have now assembled our collection for the first round. So that's our first round done.
Okay,
We're going to
perfect.
play 2 more rounds. They'll be more or less the same, but in this second round, we're going to have a new type of draft.
So
In
it
a
looks
minute.
like learning or like what's happening in the game is really well depicted on the board.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now, something else that we'll do before we move on is we're going to reference our cards here, and we're going to update our tracks, just so
Okay.
everybody knows where we are. So for me, I have no number 1 comics,
Oh, that's what they're for.
and no first appearances, and 1 versus comic.
Okay.
So I just put 1 where
I have 2 versus comic. I have 1 and no first.
Okay. I've got 3 first, none of first edition, and 3 versus.
Sitting with 3 verses. And the first. That's it.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to start the next round. So we're going to go. Oh, important too is I'm no longer the first player, but it doesn't just pass to the next person.
Oh,
There's a little bit of strategy to it, so I get to choose anybody
Oh,
but myself
interesting.
to be the first player.
I would pick Joe.
I think I'm going to pick Joe, so that way I get to
You're
go second in
second,
everything
yeah.
going forward.
Nice.
Alright.
And because he seems like such a nice guy. So I'm going to give Joe that deck, and he can deal out 4 cards because we're back to
So
the
now we're
store.
back
Okay, back
down
to the top.
to the store.
Neat.
Okay. Super cool. Now I've been hearing amazing things about this. One complaint is the components aren't the great, especially the card. But when you sleeve them,
It's not so bad. I wish the tokens had a little bit of girth to them, but I feel like it's a fairly easy fix.
oh, honestly, they're just a colored token. It'd be easy to kind of
But the art's
change
really
it if
nice.
you wanted to.
Okay, so we're going to do the same conventional draft. We're just going to pass to the left.
To the left, to the left.
Oh, except I said I wouldn't do that anymore.
What's coming to me, I wonder.
Nothing. Nothing you want, Mel. That's called hate drafting.
That's funny.
Okay. Thank you kindly. Oh man. Sure. So this last one just goes.
You gave me a lot of options here, just so everybody knows. basically the same card. And then the third,
Picked by the
the
artwork.
final one just goes into the convention.
That one goes, yes.
Perfect. So now you can add these to any cards that you kept,
Yep.
and we'll work to the next draft.
Okay.
Right.
So the next draft is the auction.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we have these tickets.
Well, we haven't done an auction
So
yet.
we're going to do an auction this round and then an auction next round as well.
Okay.
So you only have 15 tickets to spend for the entire auction.
Right.
So make sure that you don't blow them all in the first one. And if you don't spend any of the ones that are left over are worth a point each at the end of the game.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So these are all going to be the valuable comics as well. Because they're all
Okay,
threes.
yes.
Oh, okay.
So these are the Golden Age comics is what these are. So the way it's going to work is you're going to have a row of 5.
Wow.
Then depending on how many
Oh,
players you
wow,
have,
yeah.
you'll either have 1 or 2 rows of 4. So because we're playing a 4-player game, we're going to have 2 rows of 4.
Okay.
If you were playing a 3-player game, you would only have the 1 row of 4.
Okay.
But so we have 2 rows of 4, and then 1 row of 3.
Okay.
Okay. So now what's going to happen is the starting player is going to choose a row and then bid on it. They can bid 1. The bids will go around in clockwise order until 3 of the players have passed.
Okay.
At that point, whoever had the highest bid will win the row. And
Okay.
they're out of the draft for the rest, or out of the auction for the rest of this turn.
Sure.
So you can only win 1 row.
Yeah. Okay.
And if the first player doesn't win it, the first player chooses which row gets auctioned next.
Oh, okay.
And starts
Oh, okay,
again.
yeah. And starts again. Perfect.
So you get to choose which
Joe,
row.
what you want?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Going
5.
for the big dog right away.
So I'm betting 5 on that.
5. Well,
Wow.
I will bid 7.
I'll go 8.
10.
Now remember, you only have 15
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
whole thing.
Go 11.
I'm going to pass.
I'll go 12. If I get all my cards, I don't need to bid again. I don't have bidding self-control. and
No, it's too rich for me.
options.
No.
Spend your money, Mel.
I spent 12, huh?
Okay, so you get that row and you get 12.
So I'm down to 3. But look at this.
But you got the cards.
But I still have to pay for them, don't
That's
I?
true.
Darn. My greediness is...
Okay, so another thing to be aware of is once there's only 2 rows left, whoever wins the auction will pay whatever they paid,
The other one gets
and
it
the
free?
last player will get whatever cards are left for 1 point each, for 1 ticket
Oh,
each.
that's nice, yeah.
Okay.
I won't be able to do it.
Now,
Possibly.
if hypothetically Mel were to end up with this row next time, she would choose 3 of the cards to keep. The
Hey,
other one would
Jessica,
be discarded.
you'll have to try this one. I'm going to try to get a copy someday, but maybe we can
Okay,
have
so
Travis
let's
play
go.
it.
you get to choose which one.
Let's go with this one. I'll just start it at 1. Top
I'm
row.
done, right?
I will say 3.
No, I'm not interested.
4.
I will say 5.
I'll go 6.
And I will say 7.
You'll pay 7.
Okay, I will take it for 7 happily. Leaves me with an 8.
There's a bit of a gap.
Okay, Mr. Joe, which
How
one
many
do you
other
want to go
options
with?
is there?
There will be 2 auctions.
Okay, so
We do every type
Fine.
of draft twice.
To the bottom
That's
one.
good.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
start at 1.
No.
Okay, I'll take it. So
for 1, yeah.
So you get it for 1.
Okay.
So that's orange for 1.
And then he would
And then
get
I
this
pay
for
4
and
for
then
this?
you pay 4 for that.
That's fine.
Nice.
Yeah. Totally worth it considering what we paid for ours.
Okay, so that was
take
the
it.
auction phase.
So that was the auction. So now we have another convention. So at the end of every round, we're going to have a convention. So that's
So
all
cool.
the cards that were discarded will be shuffled back up, probably poorly, and then laid out in that 5x5 grid again.
With the hole in the middle, yeah. Okay. This might be my favorite.
Yeah, I like this one too.
Yeah.
you might need to move your stack out of the way a little bit there.
But my beautiful collection.
Well, don't let anybody tell you what to do, though. And then Mr. Joe will get to go first. Keeping in mind that Joe can slide one card if he chooses to, and then take all of the heroes in either a row or a column.
Slide that. Take these.
Hey, Captain America.
Am I good?
Oh, it's,
Oh,
no,
it's
it's
me,
not. Yeah,
sorry.
it's you.
You, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, it's me. No, it's not me. Yeah.
Oh.
Open stuff up for me a little bit here.
No.
Oh, that's spiteful. At least you know where you stand, I guess.
Wow. Okay, what do I want? What is there?
Now remember, you need to pay for stuff.
I
So
need
you
to
might
pay
just
for
want to
stuff.
take points in this space.
Honestly, that's kind of what I'm looking at, but they're all spread out. Okay, so I am going to move this here and take Thor. And I would take this one as well, right?
If that's a Thor, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What we got? You've not left me with much here, have you?
This is such a cool game.
I love it so much.
I see the hype. I've never collected comic book, but I still see the appeal, right?
Sure.
I will take Doctor Strange.
Oh, that was unjust. And for anybody who is a comic fan, like, I own
Oh.
a handful of these comics, and
Like
I
if
played
you
a-
are a fan, it would be spectacular.
Yeah, I played a couple
Right.
games earlier, and whenever somebody found a comic that they actually owned, they were
Sure.
like, I have this one.
Nice.
Nice.
Excellent move.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what garbage did I get left with
Just a good
here? A couple of Spider-Mans, I guess.
Good.
Yeah, so I'm going to take in this guy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I'm going to take these two Spider-Mans.
That would have been what I would have done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Not
not.
even a little bit.
Not even. I'm gonna take just these and not move anything. Yeah.
I'm going to take Captain America.
And then these guys get discarded because nobody
Right.
loved them.
Nobody loved them.
Aww.
Okay, so now we're going to assemble our collection again.
And do we do this
So-
simultaneous now, or
Yeah, we
still-
can do this simultaneous now that we've already seen it. I can do mine in front of the camera if you want me to. It
Sure.
doesn't matter. And then keep in mind that now you can shift stuff around. So in the situation where you have a Black Widow, you can shift that around.
Okay.
But you can never leave, at the end of assembling, you can never leave a single card by itself.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm collecting Black Widows right now, so I'd love to be able to pay for a bunch of Black Widows. Unfortunately, I picked really bad Black Widows, but I'm going to pay for one of them with this Iron Man card, which will hopefully hurt Mel a little bit on the inside.
Ouch! The pain, the pain.
And I will pay for another one with a Black Panther, and then I'll use another Iron Man and a Doctor Strange to pay for my 2 Valiant card. So these ones are coming into my collection. These are going to be payment. Then I think what I want to do is I'm going to choose these 2 Spider-Man cards,
So these
And
are
I'm gonna
paying for these ones.
pay
These
for
are
them
paying for
with
this.
these 2 Spider-Man
And
cards.
then I can buy
And I have one more secret card that nobody knows what it is that I'm going to keep set aside.
this one. Oh, and
So
this
these
one
are
I
my
will set that
payments?
aside.
And these will be added into my collection.
Here are my payments as well. And these are added to my collection.
So now, Mel, you and I could update our highlights
Sure.
if we wanted to.
Perfect. So
So how many number ones do you
I
have?
have 2 now, so I can add
Is there any
that.
significance? Like,
No,
it's
I think
really
it's just a
weird.
misprint.
And then for first, I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I like the
So
idea
I'm
of it
going
maybe
up
would be worth it
by
being
t-
worth 2, but
by 3.
I imagine
And
so.
then my verses, I have 1, 2, 3.
perfect. So for me, I have 0 number ones,
Perfect.
but I have 4 first appearances,
Nice.
and I have still just the 1 verses.
I give you
Those
those.
are your
That's
payments?
my 12 to pay for my cards. I will.
Not gonna get lots in the variety side of
No,
things.
and that's like, I mean, there's a couple different ways to do it for sure. I mean, the gentlemen across the table from us are going to whoop us in variety.
Right. I kind of like how you can kind of concentrate on doing that to another 2. Like there's
Whoa, what just happened there?
7 of them.
Oh,
nice. Because that's 15 points if he stays up there.
Oops.
just one of those.
Oh, come on. And then
Okay, so I'm adding all these.
Nice.
Alright.
Number 1. No, let's do this one at a time so,
So
I
have
don't
you-
lose track.
you
This
pay
is what
me?
I'm paying all these. So, versus I'm going up 1.
Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Number 1 I'm joining.
You actually have 6 verses. Oh, is it 6? Yeah, it looks like you have 6 verses.
Nice.
Okay.
And then your first appearances, it looks like you don't have any maybe? Or do you have 1 first appearance? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
1 first appearance, yeah. Okay, perfect. And these guys are on 2 or 3?
3, 2 or
With first, I got 2.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the only thing we have left to do is to choose who's going to be the first player next round.
All right. Joe picks.
Here
Oh,
we
you're a
Honestly,
gentleman.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
What a gentleman. Okay, so
Now we go to flea market.
yeah, so the first one that we're going to is flea market. So we're no longer going to the store anymore.
Okay.
Right.
So what the flea market is that's the push your luck one.
Sure.
Where we're
It's a
gonna have-
4 row, and then we add. Okay, yeah.
And this time I'm probably going to take more than 1 or 2 cards.
Don't feel like you have to.
Not guaranteed.
No. So me, sure. Let's add a card. Black Panther.
It's just like
Eddie. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's sweeten the spot a little.
Okay. Well, that's 2 Spider-Mans in there. That's nice. Let's make these ones kind of even.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Captain America.
Okay. Let's keep going. Black Widow.
I didn't like that placement.
America. Let's just throw in there.
Let's see what we got here. We've got a Thor. Let's top off one of those guys. Yeah, I like that one.
I'll just take this.
All right. It's pretty
I'm gonna take
appealing.
this one.
Hey Joe, it's down to you and I.
Alright.
You just gonna take a row?
You know it.
Nice.
Well, I'll do this. Probably just put it there.
Ooh. There you go.
Well, I will take that row there. So now Joe can choose to either take this row or add a card to the row.
Which
Oh,
you would.
Yeah.
And now Joe can take the row.
That's right. There we go. Nice.
Nice. So that was the flea market. So now we're on to our second auction. Mel.
I can hardly wait.
What are you
What
going to do
am
with all
I
your
gonna
money?
get?
So again, with 4 players, we're going to make 4 rows. But with 3 players, you would only have 1 row of 4 in the middle
Right.
instead of the 2.
So what happens if I'm the last player and it's one of the 4s and I can't pay for it?
So you would only get to take as many cards as you
Okay,
could.
but I would still get
Single
take
ticket.
3.
Yeah, you would still get some.
Sure. Okay. All right, Chris, what you gonna bid
Oh, it's
on?
me, isn't it? Oh, crikey. It's kind of nice. Let's go for. We may as well go for the big one.
top one?
Yeah, let's say 4. Sorry.
No worries.
Do 5.
Oh, that's not a bad row at all, but I'm going to pass.
Okay. What were you on? 5? I'll go 6.
7. Yeah.
I'll say 8.
So
Okay.
it's
Do you want it to do like a? This is inside joke somehow. Okay.
okay. So
8. You. Yep. Good.
Chris bid 8.
Or you go to 9.
I'll do 9.
You're going to do 9. No, you can have it.
Cool.
Okay, so that's orange. 9, so he's left with 5.
Oh, because that is points at the end.
That is
That's
points
points
at the end.
They're all
All
on.
of them are on.
There you go.
That's gotta be 2.
That's got to be 2. So
Okay,
this is the problem
so
with doing live
you get to
stream.
choose
There's
the next
people
Sure,
who
let's
have
say.
Well, let's slide these
They
up
did a
Yeah,
bet
yeah,
on
good
how
call.
many
on the camera.
bottles would show on the cameras.
Let's say
It's
this
in.
row for 7.
7. Well,
I think I'm gonna pass. I'll think about it till
Sure,
my
okay,
turn.
yeah,
though,
mhm.
but-
I think I might just let you have it for 7.
Marvelous.
That'll leave you with 5.
Thank you.
Okay, so now because Chris is out,
Yeah,
it would be Joe's turn to choose the first row.
but Joe already
But Joe's
got one,
out.
so it goes 2.
So I get to choose the
Sure,
first
what
row.
you gonna bid on?
So I'm going to bid on this one.
You should
And
bid for 4.
I'm going to bid 3.
Yeah, because I pass. I pass.
So I get this one for 3.
So then I can get these and pay 3 for it,
Yeah.
which I think honestly is worth it because it's gonna help me buy my cards.
Sure.
It's 9 money for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're moving on to our final
Oh, I
convention.
forgot about that.
So this is the very last time we're going to acquire cards in the game. So it might be worth taking a look at your deck, seeing what you need to
Yeah,
pay
good
for,
point.
seeing what cards you need to add.
Oh, this would be great if I could keep them all.
Yeah, I keep
great.
thinking that as well.
I wonder why you're broke.
Is it because of the overspending at auctions? Did you do that twice today?
What?
I feel like we should have
auctions.
expected Mel to overspend at the auction.
It's
Is this your little lid?
Yeah, that's my.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I have no control at auctions at convention, but it's also in games. I have no control at auctions and games.
Well, at least you're consistent.
You know, it's just auctions, and like I'm an emotional bidder.
So as long as you're not auctioning puppies or something like that, right?
That's right.
Then you'd buy them all.
Yeah.
I guess board games are like puppies for you, though. You love
Even
them so
better.
much. Okay,
Okay.
so starting with
It's
Chris.
me. So I'll just have a quick look.
It's nice to have first pick, but you can't manipulate as much.
That's it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
No.
So now keep in mind as well the thresholds for getting more points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm just gonna go here. I'm not gonna move anything. I'm just gonna take Black Panther.
3 Black Panthers out of that row. Good Joe. There's 2 Iron Mans, eh? Well, I'd rather do that. I guess I'll take. I'm torn, guys. I'm torn.
No.
I think I'm going to take these 3 Doctor Strange.
I was looking at that. I'm looking at that no more. Okay. What can I do? Ugh.
Yeah, there's not a lot of great stuff out there.
Not tons and tons, unfortunately. And if I wanted to try to get money value, ideally, I'm thinking, well, I'll move this one down here and take these 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Chris really wants Black Panther. Am I right?
Is there any?
Maybe.
There's one.
There's not a huge number, is there?
There's one.
I just hope he doesn't take the Black Widow.
Yeah, there's only one though, eh? How many have you got?
I have quite a few.
You need one more, eh? Which you've probably got.
Or do I need 4 more?
Sure. Let's take move that and take Captain
Oh,
America.
darn it.
Very nice.
He's trying to distract you.
I wanted it.
Oh, there you go. So, do I want to put all my eggs in one basket?
do it.
Or do I want to take some Hulk cards?
There are some decisions to be made here.
There are decisions to be made. Where do I have? There is no decision to be made. I'm going to take 3 Hulk cards.
All right, I have a decision to make here. So honestly, for the money alone, then this one it gives me a little bit more.
This poor little broken Spider-Man card just doesn't want to be
This is our
purchased.
final
That was the
collection, and
last
then
thing
we're
we
gonna
do.
be
Yeah. So now we're going to assemble and then we will score.
yes. So have these. I would
So
kind of like.
keep in
to
mind
get.
that, well, you guys understand, but for every pair, at least of each hero, you're going to score points here. You'll score for sets of 3 or more here. And then you'll score for the additional icons here.
Okay, so I want to
All right.
do this with these ones. I'll do this one. So put this one with something else.
So I'm gonna do this. But I could pull this one
Yes, I think that's
There.
right.
because it's on top.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I have to pay for this. So this will buy this, and this, because I really want those. These will buy that one. I already own that one, so. Oh, but I have this one I could be spending as well instead of having. So this one and this one.
What I'm paying is
This
just here.
one.
Yeah.
Good.
This one will go here, and this one will go here. And this one has been purchased. Alrighty, I am pleased. See if it was enough. Guessing not.
One, two, three.
Oh, and that's not quite enough to score me something, but to give me variety.
Okay, I have to pay all of those.
I want to leave it like that. Yeah.
That's it.
1, 2, 1, 2, yeah. All of those. Thank you.
Right, let's do look at that. So,
I guess I'll just buy those two. No real reason to pay these. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm staying the same there.
Okay, how many number ones do I have? I have 2, which doesn't help me. Then, first appearances, I'll do it a few more. 1, 2,
Keep going.
3, 6 first appearances. So 1, 2, 3, 4 verses. I'm gonna hang up with that guy then. Perfect. Okay, so we've assembled our collections.
Yes.
So now we're going to score our collections.
Yes.
So we'll start with the first player.
All right.
Which is me.
Player is Chris. So you're going to score based on your collection size first, which is your hero tracker.
Okay, sure. Not so great. So I got 3 Iron Mans, which is 6 points.
3 animals will be 6.
And then just going down the list, so I got 3 Spider-Man for another 5. So that's 11.
So 11.
Those are.
Oh no,
Black Widow.
Spider-Man. Sorry, Spider-Man's no. Yeah, Black Widow.
So 5.
So same applies. So
Yeah.
11. Nothing for Spider-Man. And then Thor. Nothing for Thor. 3 Captain Americas though. So 11.
So 15.
15. And then 3 Black Panthers. So 19. Yeah.
So Chris gets 19 points for his collection size.
Nice.
And we're on to Joe.
Okay, I got 3 of each of Iron Man, Spider-Man, Black Widow, Captain America.
Iron
so
Man,
that's
Spider-Man.
6,
Wow.
5, 5, 4, 20 in total.
Nice.
20 in
Nice.
total. Excellent. Okay. Then Team Me, which didn't do as well. Well, maybe I did okay. I've got 3 Spider-Mans, which is going to be worth 5. And then I've got 8 of the Black Widow. I actually have 9 Black Widows, but
Right.
because I didn't. Oh no, I only have 8. So 8 puts me at 20. So I have 25 points.
Nice.
Nice.
I've kind of put all my eggs in this basket.
Absolutely. Yeah. You go for it.
So I have 8 Iron Man, so that's 24. And then I have 5 Black Widow. No,
Black
Panther,
Panthers.
which is going to give me 8.
So you're going to be 32 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody's off to a quick lead. Okay, so
This
now
is
we're
where
going
I'll
to go.
dwindle down, though.
Now you and I are in a little bit of trouble. Oh, we're in a lot of trouble, actually. Now that I look across the table.
Yeah, they went for. I did not do
Okay,
that.
so
but look, I had a
Now
third.
we go to the varied collection. So starting with the first player, how many different characters do you have at least 2 cards
All
for?
8.
So you're going to score 40 points.
40. I did not look at that at all. I'm getting 5.
Same for me.
Yeah.
And 40
40.
points right there.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay, variety
So
was.
I have 4 of them, which gives me 10 points.
And I have 3, which gives me 5.
Okay, secret stash. So that's our leftover tickets. Mel.
I have
Well, let's
none.
start with Chris. We'll come back to Mel.
4 for me.
So Chris has 4. Joe has 5.
Yep.
I have Okay, so first highlights.
Yeah.
So, green
That'll be
is
me.
Chris is going to score 15 points.
Very nice.
In second place, we have a tie.
Yeah, me and
So
Joe.
the way the tie works is we add the second and third position together
20, so we get 10 each.
and divide it.
Okay.
Okay, so
So-
10 for me, 10 for Joe.
10 for Joe, 10 for Mal, and I participated in the game. So the next highlight,
Now you got that one.
I'm back in it. I got 15 for that guy,
12 for me,
12 for Mal.
and they will share 11.
So we're going to round that up to 6 each.
Perfect.
And then our third highlight is Joe with 15 points.
Yeah.
And
And Chris
me.
got 12,
Chris got 12.
and we get to share 6. 6 each.
Okay.
All right.
Maths
I
time.
am like dead
Perfect.
last.
So now it's math time. I can math us really quick if anybody cares. But so we've got
That 40, that having all 8,
That's a lot, eh?
that counted for so much. I just needed 12, and I didn't reach it. Okay, I do like it quite a bit though.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I thought the mini game where you move things around was really
Right,
interesting.
that
yeah.
was neat.
I've
The
never seen really
different-
anything like that before.
I've seen one game that did it, but not
Not in the same way.
this well.
Mm,
Yeah.
oh, isn't that great? Okay.
Really? Do we have a tie for first?
We have a tie for well, maybe. I mean, one of
What'd
us
you
might overpass take them.
It's not me.
Probably not though.
Oh yeah, no. We'll have to look what tiebreaker is. Well,
Okay, so the final score is myself with a staggering 58 points.
wow.
In third place, Mel has 60 points.
Last
And in first place,
tied for
tied
first.
No.
is 96 points each.
Wow.
So the way the tiebreaker goes is it's based on your distance on the highlight track altogether.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll start with Chris. Chris has 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay.
So 18.
And then Joe has 3, 6,
Six.
and 7 is 13.
So Chris
it
wins
is.
it.
So Chris wins
On a technicality.
on a technicality.
The best kind of win.
But I've never seen a win. I don't think I've seen 96 points yet.
Wow.
Really? So
So-
variety. Variety is
Just
the
go
way
get
to go.
a little bit of everything. you know?
Yeah.
Oh
I saw
my.
a big number.
Yeah, me too.
And this is a bigger number, but she was
It's
going
hard
for
to
it.
go. Yeah, it's hard to
get,
reach.
yeah.
Mostly if you didn't notice, you're going for it. Because then Travis doesn't give it to you anymore.
That's true.
But yeah, no, I was impressed with this game quite a bit.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I
great.
can't wait for it to reach Canada. Yeah, no, it's simple,
Yep.
but so satisfying, and all the different ways, mechanism of acquiring the cards makes this like very satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like how the board kind of really very well describes how you play the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Even so, when I first played it, the gentleman who taught me had played it.
JT, right?
No, this was Brian.
Oh, okay,
Brian
right.
And he had played a couple of times, like a year before, but it's a Portuguese version.
That's right.
Doesn't speak Portuguese, so he couldn't read the instructions, but he was able to teach it to me just through basically what the board said.
That's good.
Sure, because there's not really a lot of like writing anywhere, is there?
Very language independent.
Did it look very similar? I know the
It
cards
was-
did.
It was the
The
exact
board-
same game.
perfect.
There's no difference at
Nice.
all.
Very nice.
The only thing that I would say is, just for print quality, something that I was a little disappointed with, is some of the cards were misprinted.
That's what
and
I hear that
off-centered
that's
a little
Oh, I
bit.
see.
Yeah.
And then the tokens they're functional,
Yeah.
but I would have liked to have seen a little bit higher quality.
Mind you,
myself,
the
but-
price tag I think is quite reasonable, isn't
Well,
it?
I think it was. So somebody picked it up for me in the States,
Yeah.
and the exchange came out to be $36 Canadian.
So
wow.
honestly, a $36
Yeah.
game, this is
So-
well worth it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think my
Yeah.
kids would enjoy something like this as well.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
It's fairly, there's enough to think about, but it wasn't
Really
so kind of in depth that they wouldn't be able to pick it up, and especially with all the iconography and things.
Yeah. So that was our live playthrough of Comic Hunters. We're going to call it quits for this now because it's getting late. We're going to need to start packing up anyways. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Bye.
I know.
There.